Every legend deserves a second chance. And this is my 1985 Porsche 944 Turbo. After decades of heat, oil, and storage, it's time to refresh the heart of this classic, basically the engines. Today, we are diving deep into the most crucial part of any restoration, replacing the components that keep this car alive.
We are currently at stage 2 of the restoration, the engine refresh, to strip it out completely. And while it's out, it's the perfect time for us to replace a few important parts. To own a classic like this, you know, it's not just about making it run, it's also about making it run proper and right. Cars after 30 or even 40 years, most of these components have gone through hundreds of heat cycles, oil leaks, vibrations, or in my case, simply degraded by time, even in storage, due to natural factors like humidity, temperature changes, and material breakdown.
Think of it like giving an athlete a new pair of lungs and a fresh set of joints. Because these aren't just small parts, they are what keep the cars breathing, cooling, and moving properly.
Okay, first up, engine mount. This is what the engine mount looks like. They look very simple, but they are the only things that keeping your engine from trying to jump out of the car. Since that my engine is out, why not?
Engine mounts are made of rubber and metal. Over time, the rubber degrades, hardens, or even collapses. When that happens, vibration transfers straight into the chassis. Worst case, your drivetrain alignment goes off, putting stress on the gearbox and axles.
First, you will start feeling harsh vibrations, engine movement, even knocking under acceleration. So yeah, the mount is very important, non-negotiable. Next, timing belt. Timing belt and its tensioner roller. This is the lifeline of any interference engine like the 944.
The timing belt synchronizes the camshaft and the crankshaft, keeping your valves and pistons in perfect rhythm. Made of reinforced rubber with fiber coats, these belts degrade from heat and oil exposure. A snap belt means piston to valve collisions, basically engine death.
So we are swapping both the belt and the tensioner. It's cheap insurance for a very expensive engine, so don't take any risk, replace them.
Cooling, the unsung hero of longevity. The water pump made from aluminum with a bearing-driven impeller moves coolant through the block. After decades, corrosions, bearings wear, and gasket leaks are common. And this little guy, which is called the thermo-pneumatic valve, it controls vacuum based on engine temperature.
I'm not sure you're aware the 944 turbo engine management relies heavily on a vacuum signal. This is a TPV. Say it's stuck open or closed, you will get poor cold start, drive idle when cold, incorrect timing advance, higher emissions, and sometimes even delay boost response as well. Now this little thing, the vacuum delay timing valve, might look harmless, but it plays a big role in how smooth the 944 turbo feels when you are on and off the throttle. What it does is delay the vacuum signal just slightly when you lift off the throttle so that the ignition timing doesn't suddenly jump.
Replacing it restored that silky, smooth response Porsche originally engineered into the car.
That means no jerky transitions, no weird idle dips, just smoother throttle response and consistent boost build-up.
Over time, rubber hoses lost flexibility, gasket flattened, and O-rings cracked. These parts dry out with heat cycles. Every small leak adds up. Vacuum leaks, coolant loss, and oil seeped all reduce efficiency.
We've got the new cam tower gasket, intake and manifold gasket, and a full radiator hose kit. All this keep the fluids where they belong, which is inside the engine. Fuel injector seal, this tiny little guy here. Tiny but crucial. They keep the combustion chamber sealed from vacuum leaks.
The fuel injector seals are rubber. Over time, they harden, causing fuel misting or air leaks. And that oil filler bottle and cap, it prevents pressure leaks in the crankcase ventilation system, critical for turbo health. The exhaust seal ring at the turbo wastegate might look insignificant, but leaks here affect boost pressure, cause hissing sound, and even slow spool times. Heat cycle cause the metal ring to warp or corrode, so replacing it keeps exhaust flow consistent and turbo response sharp.
When we first pull out this engine, it looks tired, covered in grime and stories. But every new part we install isn't just maintenance, it's restorations. It's respect for engineering from a different era.
This is how you give new life to an old legend. One bolt, one seal, one gasket at a time. The 944 Turbo is coming back, stronger, smoother, and ready for another few decades of boost.
Next episode, we will fire up the refreshed engines and hear how this 944 Turbo sounds after this heart transplant. If you love the build, like this, hit subscribe and follow the journey. The best is yet to come.